Yes, so Hairless here. Rather Be by Clean Bandit featuring Jess Glynne came out over 10 years ago in 2014. I remember it from my university days. It was still popular a year and 2 years later. It's an electronic dance type song and in typical Clean Bandit style, it features string instruments like the violin. Pentatonix's video is also from 2014, so they were quick to get on it. Even more interestingly though is the original song's video, which is very popular by the way. It has currently over 800 million views on YouTube. That was filmed in Tokyo, and so was Pentatonix's video. So it will be cool to see them over there in Japan. This is from their third album. We've done videos on 2 other songs from this album already, so make sure you check them out if you haven't already. For now though, it's time for Rather Be. Oh, Mitch. Pensive. La da da dum da dum, 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 la da da dum da. We're 1,000 miles from comfort. We have traveled land and sea. But as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be. I would wait forever, exalted in the scene. As long as I am with you, my heart continues to beat. With every step we take, Kyoto to the base, rolling so casually. And we will pause there just before the chorus. Yeah, really cool what they've done with it. Firstly, let's just talk about the video. Tokyo, one of the most densely populated places on earth, I believe. So I imagine just the busyness in general going on behind the scenes with this video. It's a Kirsty lead, which I think is the obvious choice for this song when you consider the original. And as we can hear from that, Pentatonix have chosen to sing in the same key. Why not? Kirsty clearly has a similar range to Clean Bandit singer. And when we do hear the chorus, if you don't know the song already, we will have this confirmed that this should be right in Kirsty's sweet spot. Yeah, onto the music. We'll do our first analysis pause here and then we'll carry on in a few moments. So we have this opening scene, Mitch walking through, the sound gets quieter. That's an interesting start. If we hear how the original song starts, straight in their typical string quartet type style music. Why have I mentioned a couple of times now that this is typical Clean Bandit style? Well, they met at Cambridge University. A slightly different story, but that's a very simplified version of it. And a couple of them, or a few of them, were in a string quartet. So they're classical musicians, and it kind of reminds me of Kevin a little bit. Classical string player venturing into the more electronic world of modern music, especially with his solo works. I've done videos on a few of them as well, if you're interested. Anyway, so this opening motif that we hear, it's not the easiest thing to sing by any means. So when I saw Mitch walking at the start, I was thinking, he's going to sing that, isn't he? And he changes from his chest voice into his head voice to further complicate it. We know he's an incredible singer, so if there's anyone to sing that, it's him. The key we're in, A flat or G sharp minor. And that opening is just the arpeggio of the chord, but starting on this note instead. Simple claps accompanying, and then Scott comes in to really add another layer of harmony. And I love how he goes down and then up at the end, contrary motion to Mitch. And of course, Scott's part here really adds some nice syncopations in there in the rhythms. Then in comes Avi. And Avi's part is, well, nice as usual. This, by the way, being an electronic dancey type song, the bass And the rhythms are obviously so important. Kevin's part, naturally super important. Avi's part, naturally even more important. And as usual, from what I've heard so far, he does a great job. I'm curious to see how the chorus goes, if they change anything around there. Avi comes in there. If we compare it to the original, bum, 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 bum. Avi could sing down there, but no, he's choosing to sing up the octave just to be closer in pitch to Mitch and Scott. He also moves down a bit earlier, instead of 3 times in the original. Boom, 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 boom. So the arrangement, even though we've just got 3 parts coming in one by one, they're all staying up here close together. We know the arrangement's going to open up. Then when the beat comes in later on with Kevin, Kirsty, as we said with the solo, it's probably worth waiting to hear more, to be honest, because the chorus is bigger. The verses, there's nothing too crazy in there. And just before we carry on, I like the style of arrangement here, and this is what I will call the older style of Pentatonix. I think we can all agree, as Pentatonix have grown, become much more well-known, their style has changed a little bit with time. This arrangement is much more in line with them when they were younger. There don't seem to be too many layers or additional parts in there. It's not overly complicated. It's very kind of true acapella in style, or more typical of your acapella style. Bum, 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 bum. They're all singing chordal homophonically together underneath the melody. With Kevin chugging along very quickly underneath. And the effect of this, well, when we do get the chorus, it allows for everything again to open up. Maybe we can have some polyphony in there. I don't know. I'm curious. Let's get into the chorus. By the way, there is a short 2-minute video on the Pentatonix Vlogs channel called An Introduction, rather B. I will watch that after this. I imagine it will be Pentatonix talking about why they chose to do this song, or maybe giving some wider context to it. So if you want to see that video as well, it will be linked in the pinned comment. It's over on Patreon. I have a load of other Pentatonix additional content on there, live performances, behind the scenes, you name it. So if you want to watch that with me, head on over to the link in the pinned comment after this.
Take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Know with all of your heart, you can't shame me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be. No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be. No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be. We're staked out on a mission to find our inner peace. Oh, make it everlasting, so nothing's incomplete. With every step we take, Kyoto to the base, rolling so casually. We're different and the same. Gave you another name, switch up the battery.
Pause again before the next chorus. Let's try and rapid fire a few points there from what we've just heard. Let's go in with Kirsty, really showing off her range actually. I don't think I've heard too much of the lower register, but let's just listen again.
With every step we take, Kyoto to the base, rolling so casually.
Naturally, when you're singing that low, or especially as a woman, you can't get the power with the voice, right? Often the power comes in the belted singing or the blended voice up there, such as we get in the latter half of the chorus.
Know with all of your heart, you can't shame me.
Which sounds extremely easy for them, by the way. I love what they've done there. So what they do in the background, we can just sense the energy now in the part. It's not too syncopated, chum, chum, chum. It's constant, boom, 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 boom. Keeping up the energy levels. And also, as we've heard just from that last section, how clearly it's segmented almost. It comes in different sections. They change what they're doing in the backing parts.
But I'll make it. Know with all of your heart, you can't shame me. When I am with you, there's no place to rest.
We've got ooze. We haven't heard much of them in this song yet.
No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be.
Now, homophony in all of the parts, singing the same words at the same time, except for Avi, who's very smoothly gliding along in the bass underneath, and Kevin, of course, doing his thing. Let's move forward a little bit. And then we get this very interesting... I really like that. That's just fun, isn't it, Kevin?
We're staked out on a mission.
And Avi's part there, so rhythmic, jumping up and down quickly. We have to listen again.
Out on a mission to find our,
Mitch coming in. Or was Scott there as well, actually?
to find our inner peace. Oh,
Wasn't expecting them to be there in the video. It's fun, it's silly, it's not too serious. How many views does this have? 90 million views. I wonder at the time if Pentatonix had any idea just how popular they would become and how many views their videos would get. Moving forward to the build up to the second chorus.
switch up the battery. If you can
You could imagine this being a sing-off performance. Ooh, growing into the sound, then the beat being removed, all of them going wah 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 without any lyrics, and now coming in.
me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it.
I love that in the video as well here. Kevin dancing along. Typical melody with words, with accompaniment without words, and then we get another rare kind of homophonic moment with words.
Dark, but I'll make it. Know with all of your heart, you can't shame me.
This is an arrangement where when they choose to use homophony is important. They used it in the first chorus, or at least specifically with words. They've used it now. It gives me the impression we're building up to something. Let's carry on with the second chorus and then probably until the end. If you enjoy these videos or find them helpful, please consider supporting me. Patreon has a bunch of exclusive benefits, behind the scenes videos, additional reaction content, Q&A videos and more. For a one-time donation, you can donate me a hot chocolate at the Buy Me a Coffee link or become a YouTube member for these groovy emojis and membership badges. And a huge thank you to these lovely people on the screen now.
There's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be.
That bass
No, no,
part.
no, no, no. No place I'd rather be. No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be. When I am with you.
Sorry, that bass part, it's just so percussive. It literally sounds like Kevin and Avi are the same person in a way, but it's Avi just being so percussive with his tum, tum, tum. I'll go back a few seconds and then we'll carry on.
No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be. No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Know with all of your heart, you can't shame me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be. No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be. No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be.
There we go. That was a fun one, wasn't it? Also, who's at the top there at the end?
No, 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 no. No place I'd rather be.
Mitch or Kirsty is our first thought. It could, as we know, it could be Scott or Mitch or Kirsty or Kevin. I'm tempted to say Mitch, but because of the effects that are applied and everything and the extra layers, it's really difficult to tell.
No place I'd rather be. No, 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 no.
Could be Kirsty. I don't know. Comment down below whom you think it is. Yeah, that last section had another couple of surprises in there. It had my favorite part of the song and also my least favorite part. And just a reminder, because this is the internet, I feel like I have to give a reminder. When I say least favorite part, that does not mean I hate it. It's literally just my least favorite part. I still very much enjoyed it. But let's start with my favorite part.
Place I'd rather be.
It was a nice bit of the video there. I don't know if they're meeting fans or whom these people are.
Place I'd rather be.
So smooth. The melismatic vowels, polyphony coming through, parts moving subtly, not with each other, not homophonically, just creates such a fluid texture, a fluid soundscape. Kevin's percussion becoming almost like a glottal stop type sound, regimented on the beats, perfectly equal rhythms between the two. And then this bit here is my least favorite bit, but it definitely really gives it a feel of a chorus. You want to sing along, you want to be there clapping. That's the point of it, you know, it's unison singing.
We'll take it, it's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it.
Harmony completely removed, complexity removed, and I think the video really complements it well, to be honest.
No place I'd rather be.
Which is interesting because how they end, harmony, again like a chorus or a choir.
When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be.
And then Kirsty finishes alone. Yeah, Rather Be, it's a song, like I say, heavily nostalgic for me because of university. It was a super popular song around the time I went to university. And I think it is a fun song. Clean Bandit, I don't know too many of the songs, but from the songs I do know, they are all quite catchy. I definitely think their classical backgrounds come into play somehow. But yeah, really nice arrangement from Pentatonix, and especially cool to see them filming that in Japan, in Tokyo. Let me know what you think of this one, how it compares to Pentatonix's other stuff. And as usual, let me know which Pentatonix videos you want me to do in the future. Thank you if you made it this far. If you'd like to help the algorithm out, leave a clapping emoji, just as they were doing at the end there, clapping. You don't have to write any words. It will help the algorithm. So will a like. And a reminder, if you want to watch the introduction to this song in the Pentatonix Vlogs channel, head on over to the link in the pinned comment. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.